Mic check 1 2. It's the Y2K collector coming at you with a recap of July, which in my opinion was a pretty modest July. These are all of my July pickups, and I've definitely done better in the past in terms of just, picking up more games, but this just wasn't a month that I was able to grab a lot. To be quite honest, I didn't do a ton of game hunting. I wasn't really out in the field like that. And the majority of my pickups came by way of online orders. A lot of what you see here actually was just recently picked up. And these are the games for the most part that are staying in the collection. I had a few more pickups here and there, but these are the pickups that are actually staying in the collection. Now, I am not ashamed to admit that every game that you see here was picked up at GameStop, whether it was GameStop's online website uh, or just going into a store and picking up the game there. So was really stoked with some of the finds, and I'm gonna go over them with you now, just so you can kind of see what I've been up to, where my head has been at, and how I was able to make some things happen there. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. So we can go ahead and start up here because I don't think I was able to show these two on the channel yet. But every once in a while, I will go to GameStop's retro hardware section, and they'll have like just cool little things that I know that I could use. And I feel like you can never have too many VMUs for the Dreamcast. So I went ahead and picked up this VMU off of their website, added that to the collection. And then I'm not gonna lie, they got me with a little bit of a bait and switch with this one. So on the website, it said that this was actually an AGS 101. So I was pretty stoked. I was like, oh wow, they have an AGS 101 in stock. Let's see. Now, I figured that if it was an AGS 101, that it was gonna be a completely like destroyed AGS 101. Like it wasn't gonna be in good condition. Yeah, it would have had the backlit screen, but condition wise, it was going to be really poor. Well, it actually wound up being the opposite. Condition wise, this AGS is pretty good. Like as far as condition goes, not a ton of like chipping or scratching on the edges. So it's not like this has been dropped a bunch of times. When you look at the back here, the back is in pretty decent shape as well. Just a couple scratches here and there. That skew sticker is in really good shape as well. It's been intact. So I'm guessing that this was in someone's like Game Boy bag, or this was in storage somewhere. And the funny thing too is that this screen, you probably can't tell, but there's like a screen protector on here. If you could, obviously I could take it off, but there's like this little screen protector. So when you remove that though, the screen underneath is in like really good condition. It's in pristine condition. So condition wise, this is a great pickup. The only negative part about this pickup is that it is not an AGS 101. It's actually an AGS 001, which is a bit of a bummer. One of the things that I was concerned about with this is I was like, is this a reshell? Did they reshell this? Is this like not an original Game Boy Advance SP shell? So it was a little hard to tell because there is some signs of wear on this, right? So there's like a little bit of wear and tear. It's not so clean that, like, if it was like super clean, like perfect, I might be like, okay, this might be a reshell. But some of the things that make me think that is not is this sticker here that, although it's in good condition, it does have some of that yellowing on the edges. So that does show some signs of wear. So all in all, if this is an original shell, this is actually a very good condition 001. So I think I'm gonna keep this regardless. So went ahead and added that. Monster Hunter Generations, I got this one for $4.75. Right now they're having their 4 under 20 for 4 under 10 for 20. And so I think Monster Hunter Generations is like a $9.99 game ordinarily, but I got Monster Hunter Generations in conjunction with Patapon 2, Patapon, and Loco Roco. So all of these games came in, these four games, one, two, three, and then Monster Hunter Generations came in at $4.75 a pop. Good news story here is that I didn't realize how much Patapon 2 actually goes for until I input it into GameEye. I guess this is like a $35 to $40 game. So to get it for $4.75, that was great. Same thing with Patapon and Loco Roco, not quite as expensive, but still decent games. So I thought that was a pretty decent deal. Got Crisis Core for the PSP as well. This was like 12 bucks, and then got Valkyria Chronicles 2. This was also like 12 or 15, 12 to 13 bucks or something like that. Another one that is in the 35 to 40 range. So I got some good value on the PSP pickup. So I wasn't mad at that at all. The AGS 001 came in at right around 100. And then the VMU was about 15 bucks on that. Um, then got a copy of Castlevania Lords of Shadow. This copy actually wound up being free for me because I did burn some points on that, so no cost to me there. Was glad about that. Then when looking over here on this side, we have 50 Cent Blood on the Sand for the PS3. This was actually free, so I got this right at the end of June going into July. Like that 4th of July weekend was the tail end of GameStop's buy two get one free. And so 50 Cent Blood on the Sand actually wound up being my free game, so was stoked about that. Spyro, this was about 20 bucks. I spent some points on this, so was glad about that as well. And then I think everything else was pretty much just standard, paid just standard price for pretty much the rest of the stuff that you see here, including Comic Zone, which I just streamed the other night. Was had a blast with this one. Ton of fun. Earthworm Jim, I'm gonna get into some Earthworm Jim as well. Contra 3 is one that I've been trying to get back into my collection for quite some time. Almost got a copy from Easy Gamers until I saw that they had one, snagged one there. Zombies Ate My Neighbors was one that I wanted to add back to the collection. I had this a while back, sold it out of the collection, got it back. I'm glad. And then I finally got back my standard edition of Super Metroid. I do have the Player's Choice version. I do like this standard version. For some reason, I feel like the reds in the label on this one are a little bit deeper than the Player's Choice. I know that might seem minuscule to some, but stuff like that matters to me. So I do have the original Super Metroid here. And then some Game Boy goodness. Got two very clean copies here. Kirby's Dream Land 2. I mean, the condition on these are really good. Look at that label. Like very, very good stuff there. So Kirby's Dream Land 2 on the Game Boy, original Game Boy. Was glad to add that. And then also the same thing with Batman on the original Game Boy. That was a great addition. I've seen so many fake copies of Fire Emblem at GameStop that once I finally came across a real copy, added that one to the collection, and then also picked up Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. So not a ton of games that were added or picked up, but just some quality stuff, some quality titles for me, stuff that I was glad to add into the collection. And it's pretty much been mostly retro. I did have some some Switch pickups as well. Picked up Gal Guardians on the Switch, also picked up Beyond the Ice Palace 2 on the Switch. So I had a couple decent Switch pickups, nothing too crazy there, but the bulk of the focus for this month has definitely been on retro. So I feel like I go through seasons with GameStop and I just kind of roll with whatever they have available. Sometimes they've got a lot of PlayStation 2 stuff available, so I go more PlayStation 2 heavy. Sometimes they have more like original Xbox stuff, so I go that route. But I kind of just was able to take advantage of more of their handheld stuff, and they definitely had a lot more Super Nintendo stuff this month, more than I cared to even get into. They had a lot of like more rarer Super Nintendo stuff, really. Some of those games I just wasn't fast enough to jump on them. But let me know what you guys think about this July wrap up. What are some of your favorite games from July? And let me know what you've been able to pick up. Also, honorable mention as far as pickups here. One more honorable mention is this Canon 55 millimeter F1.2. This was an awesome pickup this month as well. So was glad about that. But yeah, let me know what your guys' favorite pickups were, and I'll catch you in the next video. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.